here's the thing, and we see this a lot, not just with our MSPs and prospects and people that we talk to almost on a daily basis, is that the mindset is still there for checkbox compliance. I want to know, am I compliant or not? Compliant to what? Compliant where? Compliant to how? Compliant to, even more importantly, when? Right? You might go through an audit. You mentioned CMMC or SOC 2 or others, blah, 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 blah. Like, the mindset has always been, do I have a checklist and do I get green boxes? Right? But that is changing. Our industry is changing. I saw this in the federal government work I did day to day for 20 years. Way back in 2006, NIST 853, one of the big frameworks that a lot of the others, like, we had to go and get compliant. Here's 300 controls. Do you check the box? They bring in BDO or Deloitte or whoever to look at all the boxes you checked and then the stuff that goes with it. That was 2006. By the time that I left to go build Compliance Scorecard, 2-3 years ago, even before that, 5, 6, 7 years ago, we moved from a 3-year triennial thing to quarterly. We were being looked at quarterly. The controls, the policies, the procedures, the evidence, we call that ConMon, or continuous monitoring, right? Frank, you're probably seeing this in vulnerability management, right? FedRAMP 20X just came out with a whole new vulnerability management program on continuous monitoring.
Yeah.
See, it's once
a year isn't good enough anymore.
Yeah, it's one thing to be able to do a point in time, and I think that's great. Let me break it down a little easier for you, right? As an MSP and explaining this to your customer, you can use these simple terms and analogies like, hey, you have an annual physical, right? You go to the doctor once a year, you have an annual physical, but then he gives you all the things you're supposed to be doing daily, weekly, monthly. Eat healthy, exercise, cut out this, cut out that. Like, you might have an annual checkup with your doctor, but it's the day-to-day activities that get you healthy. It's the same thing with your car. Maybe you're talking to a car dealership and maybe you're like trying to sell them on compliance, right? Like, hey, I don't get my oil checked once every decade. I do it every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. I get my tires rotated every 15,000 miles. I'm continuously monitoring my car. Why wouldn't you continuously monitor your compliance and risk?